Hey, loves. um, oh, yay, someone's here. I really debated getting on today because usually the YouTube live will show me how many people are watching and like waiting. Um, and when I got on, there was no one waiting. So I was like, am I going to do this class? Um, but also, as some of y'all know, I've been using these online classes as part of my self discipline, um, especially during quarantine times. So I decided to go ahead and do it. And also, yay, I'm glad that there's someone here. That just happened. I did just eat, so don't do that. We always want to eat at least 50 minutes before we begin any physical stuff, especially yoga. But yeah, glad we're here. I hope more people catch the replay and maybe we'll have more folks come in during the session. Um, I, of course, want to start by asking how you're doing. How's your body? What do you feel like you need for this particular session tonight? Drop that in the chat box. And I'm going to give that just a couple of minutes. Um, and then we can get started. But aside from that, I generally go off of the energy in the room when I'm teaching classes in person. It's obviously very different online. Can't feel your energy exactly. So when we do things like this and I don't really have enough input, I go off of my energy. Um, and I think a lot of times that helps and that turns out being what people need. So yeah, tonight for me, I just want to do very nurturing things. And when I say that, I mean just really paying attention to my body, being loving with my body, and also um, giving a little bit of work. I feel like a lot of my online sessions have been very mild in terms of how I show up in my in-person classes. And because of that, my personal practice has also been very mild. So I do want to do a little bit of work tonight. That's probably going to be like upper body, arm stuff, planks and things. We'll see when we get there. But always listen to your body. If something feels like it's not going to work, you don't have to give up. Just use a modification. Um, do what your body tells you to do as a substitute for that pose. Even if my modification is not enough for you, um, just make it work for you. Don't strain your body, don't hurt your body. Um, but yeah, again, if you have any specific things that I did not mention that you want for your body, for yourself tonight to work on, go ahead and drop that in the chat box, please. And then we can go ahead and get started. All right. Last call. If you have specific things you want to work on for your body tonight before I go sit down, um, just let me know. I'll look at the chat box a couple more seconds. As most of y'all know, our Black Magic yoga sessions are an hour and a half. So we have 90 minutes together. And I will say I'll go ahead and say this in the beginning. For these particular sessions, I do a free movement portion that lasts about 3 to 4 minutes, maybe 5 if that's how folks are feeling. And that's where you just move however your body wants to. So when you hear that, just do what you need, do what your body needs. It doesn't have to be yoga. Um, so, all right, no one has anything else to say. We're gonna go ahead and get started. All right, so go ahead and close your eyes. We're gonna sit in Indian style or half lotus or full lotus. Inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale deeply through the nose. Begin to slow down your breathing. Allow the breath to become audible. Slowly open the eyes. Inhale the arms up. Bring the palms together, exhale down. Again, inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Stretch the hands towards the ceiling. Exhale, fold forward. Slowly roll up and stretch the arms overhead. Then one elbow, stretch that arm behind you. Release and switch sides. Release and exhale the arms down. Switch the legs. Bring the hands to the knees and chin to the chest. Then drop the head back. Again, chin to chest. then back. Release to center and look towards your right. And towards your left. Bring it back to center. Clasp the hands together behind the back. Press the shoulder blades together. Lengthen the spine as you inhale. Exhale, fold forward, pull the arms away from the body. Go ahead and lower the hands down, release them out in front of you. Push up into tabletop and back into extended child's pose. On your next inhale, keeping the chest low, push the body forward, arch the back, lift the chest. Once the arms are extended, curve the spine. Exhale back down. And do this 5 more times at least. Inhale on the way up. Exhale on the way down. We're working the whole body here. Warming up the spine, stretching the spine in both directions, using the shoulders, the arms, the wrists. Once you get to your last one, slowly exhale back down and hold. Push it back up into tabletop. Take the right arm up. Focus up towards that hand. I'll tuck that arm underneath the left. Drop the shoulder all the way to your mat. And stretch that left arm overhead towards the front of your mat. And start to walk it towards the right corner of your mat. So we're opening the chest, stacking the shoulders left over right. Gentle spinal twist here. Slowly bring it back up to center. Take the left arm up, focus up towards that hand. And go ahead and tuck that arm underneath the right, lower the shoulder all the way down. Stretch the right arm towards the front of your mat. And on your own time, start to twist, stacking the shoulders. Go ahead and bring it back to center. Now we're going to kick the right foot forward. Breathe here, keeping that front knee behind the toes. Try to bring it directly in line with the ankle. Curl the back toe under, kick back into plank. Drop the knees, chest, and chin, keeping the hips up into 8-point pose. I'll push the body forward, lift the chest, point the toes. Raise the hands when you're ready. So make sure you're not using the hands for your support here. You're using the lower back to keep you lifted. Lower the hands, curl the toes under, push up into plank, back into down dog and pedal the feet. When you're ready, press both heels down towards your mat to lengthen the calves. Press the knees back to straighten the legs. Slightly arch the spine and lengthen the shoulders. Now kick the left leg back. Swing it forward between the hands. And breathe here. Curl the back toe under, kick forward, exhale into forward fold. I'll slightly bend the knees, stretch the arms up, lengthen the body, drop the arms and head back, open the chest and lengthen the abdomen. Tuck the tailbone under. I'll bring the hands down into prayer over the heart. Stay here a few breaths, breathing into the belly. We're going to do 2 more salutations on each side, moving at the pace of your breath. When you're ready, inhale up and back. Exhale forward. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, plank. Inhale, 8-point pose or chaturanga. Hold the breath in for cobra or up dog. Exhale into down dog. Inhale the right leg back, then forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up and back. I'll show the modified versions this time. Exhale forward. Inhale the left leg back. Exhale, plank. Inhale, 8-point pose or chaturanga. Hold that breath in for cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left leg back and forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up and back. I'll show the full versions this time. Exhale forward. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, plank. Inhale, 8-point or chaturanga. Hold that breath in for cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the right leg back, then forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up and back. Exhale, forward. Inhale the left leg back. Exhale, plank. Inhale, 8-point or chaturanga. Hold that breath in for cobra or up dog. Always do what pose works for you. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left leg back, then forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up and back. Hold here a few breaths. Now bring your arms out to the sides and swan dive down. Go ahead and tuck the fingertips underneath the toes, chin into the chest. So you're stretching the spine all the way up through the back of the neck. And just hold here a few breaths. Folding in as much as you can. Fold in a little more. Release the hands and inhale into a flat back, bringing the palms onto the shins. On your next exhale, we're going to bend the knees, stretch the arms out in front of you, press back into the heels, into chair pose. Go ahead and lower the hands back down, send the hips up, fold it in. Fold in as much as you can, stretching the backs of the legs from the ankle all the way up to the hips. Next, we're going to press the palms or the fists into your mat. Fists is going to make it a little easier. Palms is going to be a little more challenging. Do what works. Then stretch the right leg up behind you. We want to keep the hands as close to the feet as possible. So we're still using the leg. We're not walking the hands out and using the hands. Still using that left foot to support our weight, so we're keeping the hands close. Start to raise that right leg as high as you can. Take your time. If you are comfortable here, go ahead and use that left hand to grab the left leg. And fold it in some more, bringing the chest closer to that leg. We're engaging the lower back, the thighs and the glutes on that right side to raise the right leg higher. Remember, if you're here today, this is fine. Don't be discouraged by what it looks like. Just do what your body can do, following the directions. Go ahead and lower that right leg down. Inhale into a flat back, palms on the shins, pressing forward into the toes. Hold here a few breaths. Go ahead and fold it down again. We're going to bring the Fists or the palms flat. Fist is going to be easier. Do what works. When you're ready, raise the left leg behind you. Keep the hands right here close to the feet. Don't walk them forward. And again, just take your time raising that leg higher. Folding the belly and the chest closer into that front leg. Walking the hands closer in as you make space. And again, using the right hand to grab that leg when you're ready, if you're ready. Stay focused on your breath. You can focus the gaze down towards the supporting foot or back towards the back of your mat. Or if you're really deep in this, up towards that lifted foot. Slowly lower that leg down. Again, inhale into a flat back, pressing into the toes. Exhale it down again. Go ahead and grab the elbows, the opposite elbows. We're just going to twist from side to side, twisting with the whole upper body. We're not just rocking the arms like a baby. You're twisting from the hips on up. Go ahead and lower the hands back down. Kick the right leg back. We're going to breathe here in pyramid. In pyramid, both legs are straight. Come higher onto that front leg if you need to. If this is where you are today, do that. Make sure not to rest on the knee. You want to be either above or below it. And just breathe here. Take the right arm up into triangle. Again, if you were higher on the leg, then you're going to look more like this. This is great. As long as the hips are pressed forward, chest is pulled back, so the body's in a straight line. So make sure we're not pressing the hips back. We're going to go ahead and bring them in, straighten the body, as if there's a wall in front of you and behind you. Focus up towards that right hand. On your next exhale, bend that front knee. You want to keep the hands here. If you're higher, you're going to rest that elbow on the knee. This is going to make it a little easier. If you don't need that, go ahead and drop that hand to your mat. You can stay here. If you do want to bind tonight, go ahead and bring that top arm around behind the back. And keeping this left shoulder in front, we're going to clasp the hands together. And then pull that shoulder back again. I hope you all saw that for the 2 seconds I did it. That's not going to work for you. You can always do this halfway. Just keep the shoulders stacked right over left. Go ahead and release. We're going to straighten up again into pyramid. We're going to kick off with that right leg. Walk the hands at least a foot in front of you. We're going to start to open the hips, so stacking the right over left. That left hand is grounded, either flat on the palms or flat on the fist. Start to raise that right hand onto the fingertips. Stay here if this is what works for you. If you have more space, go ahead and raise that right hand onto the hip or up towards the ceiling. And focus up towards that hand into half moon. Remember to stick with what pose works. You could choose any of these variations and hold there while we're holding. Go ahead and lower that right hand back down. We're going to square the hips, dropping that right hip. And then drop the right foot next to the left. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale it back down. This time, kick the left leg back into pyramid. Again, coming up onto that leg if you need to. Keep the knee out of this. Do not rest on that front knee. I'll bring both hands to the inside of the foot. Take that left arm up towards the ceiling into triangle. Again, make sure the hips are pressed forward. Chest is pulled back so we're in one straight line. Look up towards that left hand. On your next exhale, go ahead and bend that front knee. Again, if you need the modification, just rest that right elbow on the right knee. You're going to be here. If you have more space, lower that hand down. Stay focused on your breathing. And again, if you're comfortable here, go ahead and bind or half bind, or you can stay right where you are. Bring that top arm around the back. If you're comfortable, go ahead and clasp the hands together. I'm going to go ahead and mention this now in case it's happening because I ate. If ever you start to cramp in a pose, just pull back on that pose. So whatever stretch feels good, keep that. But whatever feels like it's starting to cramp, just loosen up on that pose. For me in this moment, that means straightening my front leg. I can still open up that left shoulder. Right side is cramping, so that bend is not good for me in this moment. So just pay attention to what part of the body cramps. Loosen up that part. You don't want to just hold that. Certain pains we can just hold and breathe into. Cramping is not one of those. Go ahead and release that left arm. Bring it back again into pyramid. Hold here a few breaths. When you're ready, we're going to kick off with that left leg. Walk the hands at least a foot in front of you. Start to open the hips, right over left, raising that left hand onto the fingertips. Remember that right hand is flat, either palm flat or fist flat. We don't want to do that hand cut thing with the fingers spread out. You have more stability with the hand flat or the fist flat. Start to raise that left hand if you're comfortable. Breathe here. Slowly lower that hand back down. Return the hips to center. Drop that left foot down next to the right. Again, inhale into a flat back, palms on the shins, pressing forward into the toes. Exhale it down, bring the palms flat, kick or jump back into plank. Hold here a few breaths. Go ahead and drop the knees. Push back into child's pose. And from here, we're going to move into our free movement for about 3 to 4 minutes. Do whatever the body needs to. If you need to jump around, if you need to rotate the shoulders, just do what feels good. It doesn't have to be yoga. It doesn't have to be any particular move. Just listen to your body. I'm going to do this about 3 to 4 minutes. If you're stuck on what to do, this might be a good time to just stay in child's pose. Start to breathe, take deep breaths, and really scan the body. Starting from the head, go down to the feet, paying attention to what parts of the body feel tight. After you find those spots, you identify those spots, then you know what to move and how to move. It can look however it wants to look. In a few more breaths, we're gonna meet back in a plank. So take your time, go ahead. Slowly bring your body back into a plank. Start to bring your freestyle to a close. Doesn't have to be abrupt. We have time. And then we're just gonna hold our plank. Remember to breathe. Using the right hand for support, we're going to open up into a side plank. If going straight into it does not work for you, drop that right knee, flatten the left foot, send the left arm up. And if in time you can straighten both legs, go ahead. If not, stay here. Next, we're going to go ahead and stretch that arm overhead. So we're lengthening the whole left side of the body. Slightly lift the hips here. Again, if that right knee is down, we're doing the same thing. We're just sending the hips up, keeping that left arm in line with the ear. until you feel that stretch in the left side of the body. Slowly bring it back to center, into your plank or half plank. I'm going to go ahead and drop the knees here. And just do a few cat-cows. If you need a little rest, this is going to be your rest. Inhale as you arch, and exhale as you curve. Bring the spine back to neutral. Again, we're going to lift up into your plank or drop the hips into your plank. Using the left hand for support this time, go ahead and open up into your side plank. Again, dropping that left knee if you need to. Now go ahead and stretch that arm overhead. We're going to slightly lift the hips. Start to bring the hand closer to your mat. Keep it in line with that right ear. Stretching out the right side of the body. Hold here a few breaths. Keep breathing. We want the breath to be audible. Again, bring it back to center, into your plank. Next, we're going to drop down onto the elbows, into a forearm or dolphin plank. Here, it's easy to send the hips up. Don't. Just go ahead and drop them back down. If this gets too difficult at any point, drop one knee to give yourself a little rest. You can even alternate which knee you drop if you need to. Right? We just want to keep the rest of the body straight. If this is easy for you, great. Hold here. Keep the hips level with the shoulders. If you want to lift higher onto the toes, you can. A few more breaths here. I'll go ahead and drop the hips. Lift the chest into a full cobra. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Slowly lower the chest back down. We're going to drop the hands down to your sides. Bring the right cheek or ear to your mat. We're going to rest here. Here we're resting, but this is also a passive stretch for the neck. If you've been having trouble sleeping or finding a position that's good for your body, so it's just going to stretch the neck, relax the spine and the shoulders. Gravity is going to do that work for you. Go ahead and bring the head back to center. Then bring the left cheek or ear to your mat. Again, doing the same thing, just allow the body to relax. Passively stretching the neck. Undoing any bad sleeping positions. Again, bring it back to center. Hands next to the chest. Go ahead and push up and back so that you're sitting on the feet. I'm going to stay here a few breaths. Clasp the hands together behind the back. Here we're going to press the fists into your mat. We're going to lift the chest. So we're stretching the upper spine, sending the chest and rib cage up towards the ceiling. Slightly lift the chin. Press the shoulder blades into one another. Breathe here, keeping the shoulders and upper back engaged, keeping the chest open, throat open. On your next exhale, we're going to fold it forward. Start to pull the arms away from the body. This is a good spot where if you do have a block, you can use a block under the forehead. If you don't have a block, you can use a pillow or a blanket or anything that's supportive if you need to. If you do have more space, go ahead and lower the forehead onto your mat. Pull the arms as far away from the body as you can. Keep breathing. Slowly release the hands. Go ahead and stretch them out in front of you. We're going to slightly send the hips up. Open the knees a little. We're going to start to lower the chest into puppy pose. It's one of my favorite poses. Really stretching out the back, opening the shoulders, lengthening the shoulders. So the focus is on the shoulders and lowering the chest. To get the chest as close as you can to your mat. The hips are still high, so don't worry about how high the hips go. Slowly press the hips back down. We're going to round the lower spine. Bring the hands down to your sides. Into your basic child's pose, we're going to curve the spine. Allow the shoulders to fall towards your mat. Again, this is a good place to use your block or a pillow or something supportive under the head so that the hips Press down towards the feet. Ideally, we want the butt touching the feet, the heels. You don't have to force that, but as you breathe, every few exhales, start to pay attention to the lower spine, rounding the lower spine. And the butt will make its way closer to the feet. Next, we're going to slowly roll it up. Go ahead and release the legs out in front of you. Push up towards the front of your mat. We're going to inhale the arms straight up. Hold here a few breaths. While we're holding, we're sending the arms up, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Lifting the chest and chin. Pulling the navel back towards the spine. We're lengthening the spine. Send the hips, the thighs, and the knees as close into your mat as you can. And flex the toes towards the body. Keep everything engaged here for a few breaths. On your next inhale, we're going to lengthen again. Exhale, fold forward. Bring the hands wherever they land. Use that place as leverage to fold closer in. Again, take your time. Listen to your body. Be gentle with your body. Slowly roll it back up. Bend the knees. Again, push towards the front of your mat. We're going to go ahead and lift the feet. Pull the knees into the body. Y'all, I'm cramping a lot today. Drink enough water. And don't drink it all before you start exercising either. I like to give advice based on my mistakes. Also fast. When you're ready, go ahead and release the hands. Keep the feet lifted. See where we are. Okay, good. Hold here a few more breaths. Oh, and let's very slowly start to open up and lower down. Once the shoulders reach your mat, stretch the arms overhead. Stretch the fingers out and away from one another. Stretch the toes out and away. Press all the air out of the lungs, pressing the navel back towards the spine. And we're making the middle of the body as small as you can, stretching everything out and away from your center. So it's like we're wringing the body out. So we're taking up as much space as you can with the limbs. Press it all out to the edges. Keep the whole body active like this a few breaths. Now bring your arms out to the sides and hug both knees in. Begin to rock back and forth or side to side, massaging the spine into your mat. Or rotate the knees in circles. Do what feels good. Back and forth is the best way to get additional ab work. If you do that, you want to start to pause on the up. We're going to rock a few more breaths. I want to send the legs straight up. And start to pull the legs into the body. If you're comfortable tonight, go ahead and lift the hips here. Come up into your shoulder stand. In shoulder stand, we want the elbows as close together as you can get them. Usually in class, this is when I pull people up to take the weight off the shoulders so they can adjust. So just start to do it one at a time. But if you're ready, go ahead and drop the legs back into plow. We're going to slowly lower the hips back down, one vertebra at a time. Flex the toes towards the body. As you exhale, slowly lower the legs down, keeping the knees straight, the toes flexed. Once the feet reach your mat, go ahead and relax the legs. Relax the arms down to your sides, palms up. Modifications here. If you do have any low back issues, you can always bring the feet flat, bring the knees so that they're resting against each other. Now just round the lower back to give you some more support there. If instead you want to open the hips a little more, bring the soles of the feet together, allow the knees to fall out to your sides. And you can release that whenever you feel like it as we move through Shavasana. Go ahead and close your eyes. Slowly wiggle the fingers and relax the fingers. Wiggle the toes and relax the toes. Relax the feet and the ankles. Relax the calves and the knees. Relax the thighs and the glutes. Relax the pelvis and the abdomen. Release any tension from the spine. Starting from the lower back, the middle back, and the upper back. Open up the chest and allow the shoulders to sink into your mat. Relax the upper arms and the elbows, the forearms, the wrists and the hands. Release any tension from the neck and the jaw. Relax the cheeks and the eyebrows. And the rest of the face. Bring your awareness to your breathing. Allow the belly to rise as you inhale and fall as you exhale. I'll gently wiggle the fingers. Wiggle the toes. Rotate the hands in both directions. Rotate the feet in both directions. Turn the head to the left. Then to the right. I'll raise your right arm and rest it on the floor above you. Bring the left hand onto the abdomen. Roll over onto your right side. Relax here a few breaths. When you're ready, keeping the eyes closed, slowly roll up into a comfortable meditative position. Focus again on your breathing. Taking deep inhales, long, slow exhales. Now let's bring the hands and rub them together to generate heat. And cup them over the eyes. Slowly blink the eyes open. Bring the hands down into prayer over the heart. Namaste. Thank you all so much again for joining me. This is started out as a free class while I was figuring out my camera situation. It is now a donation-based class because I'm doing everything from home now because quarantine. But if you do want to donate, I have all my donation links in the description. And if what you have isn't there, just shoot me a message. I promise I have what you have. But yeah, I hope y'all really enjoyed. Continue to take care of your bodies. Do what you need to do. Be safe. Be careful. Be conscious of your decisions and how they affect other people as well as you. Thank y'all so much again for joining me. And go hydrate. Eat well. Do all the things that feels good to your body safely. Peace, y'all.